I'm back. Guess who's back? Sarkis back. Back again. Yeah. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Me, man! Me! So I've been away for quite some time, and that's because we were shooting a film last month, and I wasn't able to do the podcast during that time. But now that I'm back, I could talk a little bit about the movie, and for the next few episodes of the podcast, I will be interviewing some of the cast and crew. For this episode, we will be talking to some key members of the cast. So the film is called Pride Jewel, and it's about my character who is an immigrant from Armenia. He comes to America and he starts working with people who do jewelry heists. And for this episode, I will be interviewing some of the members of that crew that does those jewelry heists. Unfortunately, the head honcho of our crew, the mob boss played by Jake Vincent, was unavailable during the Zoom call, so we had to continue without him, but he was with us in spirit. So Jake, if you're watching this, much love, brother. You're awesome. And I want to thank Brian D. Cohen, Sebastian Godina, and Art Matevosian for joining me on this Zoom call, for me to interview them, and for being on this adventure together, honestly, because we had some great times on set, and I've made friends for life because of this. So, all right, without further ado, let's begin. I want to thank y'all for coming on. We are missing a member of the crew, and that is the head honcho, Mr. Cyrus himself, Jake Vincent. But we'll go on without him. He is in our hearts, and he is in here with. He is in here by spirit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. So let's start off by introducing ourselves. Who are we, and what character did we play? Please, no spoilers, because we want the movie to be in complete surprise for everybody watching. So let's start with Brian, the right-hand man of Cyrus himself. Go ahead, introduce yourself, my friend.
I'm Brian D. Cohen, and I played George. They didn't give him a last name, but I said Popowski. That's the name. That's the last name I came up with.
Nice.
I like that.
Cool. Thank you, Brian. And Sebastian, go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Sebastian Godina, and I'm playing Eddie.
Cool. Art?
Hello, everybody. I am Art Matevosian, and I portray Alex.
Cool. So now that we know who's who, let's get into some questions. Let's start with Sebastian. Do you have a process or some type of ritual you do to get into your character before filming begins?
Yeah, obviously everyone's different, but something that I took from an actor that I look up to is music. Music really helped me get into character, kind of get into the energy, the realm of, the world that we were creating. Rap, a lot of rap, and they call it trap music. I listen to a lot of that. I see Arthur over there laughing because we really, I was listening to it even when I wasn't in character. So it's music that I really like. So yeah, that's what I did.
Cool. Same question applies, Brian.
Sorry, I was muted. I'm an old person. Yeah, get into character. I feel like I did a lot of preparation in general for this. A lot of research on Russian culture, Russian accent, the Russian language. Watched some Russian shows, newscasts, things like that. And I had to study Armenia as well. So there's a lot of information. I also drew this fake tattoo on me. I was thinking about having a tattoo in general for the production, but I would have to draw it myself, which may or may not have been a good thing. But basically I drew a fake tattoo of Cyrus and Jake, and that kind of helped me build the character. And then also put a lot of Russian music on my Spotify, and built a backstory for this character, because I had just taken a class from a casting director named Judy Booley. Shout out to Judy. And she basically was giving people techniques for auditions, like not even if they get cast in the role, and they were writing multi-page backstories for these characters that they're even auditioning for. So from that, it inspired me and also scared me into writing a backstory for my character, because I needed to know what I had been through in my life to go ahead with this guy. So that was pretty much all the things, and just had to take some time before each scene and try and get them into the mindset of what would be going on in George's head. And obviously he's a man of few words, so it helped to be in my head, I guess, in some ways. But anyway, thank you.
Cool. Thank you, Brian. Art?
Yeah, well, as you may know, you and I got to spend a lot of time together, both on and off set, because we were, staying in our Airbnb together.
Roomies.
And I think, yeah, we were roomies for 2 weeks. And I think some of the best preparation came from that. When we would come home, we'd start going over our lines together. As far as my character that was being portrayed, I didn't have too much of a hard time getting into that because I felt like it came very naturally to me. But there were certain things that I would ask Sarkis' advice on as far as how I should act or behave if I'm being a little bit too much like myself or I'm being a little too deep into my character. But it was, so I guess you can say it was a little bit of method acting involved in that. Definitely a lot of talking to myself, and he would constantly see me pace back and forth and yelling randomly from one room to the other. But no, overall, I want to say I felt very at one with my character. I didn't really feel like, let's say like Brian, where he's going from being your good old American guy to this Russian mobster dude. I just felt very comfortable being in Alex's shoes. I'm probably not as arrogant and as mean as Alex is sometimes seen. Also definitely not on any substances, not that I know of. But it came very naturally to me, and I thought it was very fun because it kind of looked like my alter ego in a way.
Very cool. Very cool. So next question, Brian. What actor or actors inspire you the most?
I was just thinking about this. Probably for me, Viggo Mortensen and wow, I am blanking on his name. That is not good. Anyway, I'm gonna say Viggo Mortensen, and that's probably one of my top. I do have others, more like character actors, because that's sort of my goal. I want to do great things in this industry, but I also want to focus on a certain strategy for myself and also my age bracket and things like that. And that was Sam Rockwell. It took me a second. Sorry.
Oh, I love Sam Rockwell.
To me, those are guys that are character actors that are a little more higher echelon, like famous character actors, as opposed to like persona-driven, like lead, like male leads, which is not really my thing. At least I don't think so. Someone might one day say, "No, that's you. You're Leo." Yeah, no, that's not me. But so I'm realistic about that, but I love those guys. I think, to me, they're even more talented than a lot of those lead guys, because they can really, and Viggo actually studied Eastern Promises. I don't like to watch actors do, roles that I'm researching, but that was the one thing that I watched that an actor did, because I basically can piggyback off of his research that he did for Russians that go to prison, and the Vori, the thieves in law, like the gang and stuff, which is all stuff that I came up with Cyrus of our backstory. So yeah, there it is.
Cool. Art?
Right off the top of my head, I thought of Christian Bale. And, oh God, what was his
You
name?
stole mine.
No, I wasn't trying to steal anyone's. Christian Bale.
No, I want to hear it.
Christian Bale and Sarkis and I actually spent a night watching some of the best and worst performances in actors, and I gotta give it up to Joaquin Phoenix because I always liked him, but after I saw his latest film with him portraying Joker, I was blown away by his performance. So I guess the new and updated list would be Christian Bale and Joaquin Phoenix, but Joaquin Phoenix definitely first.
Nice. Sebastian?
Yeah, I was gonna go with Christian Bale. Just because he's such, he can play so many characters, from something like, the machinist to, a crackhead, and the fighter, and to, a superhero like Batman. He's just so diverse, and I really admire, an actor that can go and dive into so many, different roles and, and do it so well. That's the main thing. He does it so well, and he never lets anybody down. But I think he's one of the best actors to ever to ever have been on film. He's just he's a genius.
Cool. Yeah, he is. I absolutely agree. Art, when you think of the crime drama genre, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Casino.
Oof. Yes. Nice.
And Goodfellas.
Goodfellas.
Yeah, I feel like that's the foundation of our crime drama genre in terms of movies.
Yeah.
And once you start thinking of that, you start thinking of the greats like De Niro, Scorsese, Pesci, like your typical, usual go-to guys. But yeah, that's immediately where my mind wanders. And then you start thinking about the people that it was actually based on, and the real crime families involved, like Michael Francese and the Colombo family, and I don't think it gets any more crime driven than that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. Brian?
When you say crime, what's the first thing that pops in my head?
Yeah, because as we all know, Pride Jewel is a crime drama film. I was wondering what comes to
I thought
your
it
mind.
was a rom-com. No? Okay.
At certain parts, yeah, sure.
Can I hug
Right.
this pillow?
Yeah.
Reservoir Dogs, honestly, because it kind of reminds me of our thing a little bit. I mean, I showed a little clip to someone. Sorry, Armin. And but I showed them on my device, so that I didn't send it to them. And they're kind of joking around, but they're like, Reservoir Pups, or whatever. And I was like, yeah. So that kind of that's the first thing that pops in my mind, especially surrounding this film. But there's probably some others. That's just. I also did a scene from that in my acting class, so that's why I knew a lot about. It's like fresh in my mind. So anyway.
Very nice, very nice. Sebastian?
What I really watched over and over to get ready for this was The Town with Ben Affleck and Jeremy Renner and that whole crazy cast. I watched it, at least 100 times. It's such a great film, and you really get to know what it's like to be in the life of a bank robber, and to see something from their personal problems to their work problems, like work, robbing banks, and and it has a little bit of love in it, sort of like Pride Jewel, and I think it's a movie that really works, especially when it involves the crime aspect. But yeah, no, The Town was something that first came into my mind, but what I also used to get ready for my role.
Cool, very cool. Brian, aside from learning bad words in Russian, what would you say you learned about yourself while filming Pride Jewel?
that my blat is just the most perfect blat that ever was bliated. So what did I learn about myself on film? I feel like I learned a lot that, I can't really quantify, just so much more about how the acting is different than on stage, and how to basically prepare for a role on set, and then, always, it sounds pretty like common sense, but just, the location of the camera and like trying to maximize the sort of position between you and the camera, or the actor and the camera. And I don't know, just beyond that, just got more in touch with different creative things and added to sort of that Rolodex, and some confidence in this year that has been sort of blotted with less work and a lot of negative energy, having something special within that, and to build the confidence of myself and others and our creative powers was pretty awesome. So,
and all during COVID.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sebastian, how about you?
What was the question again? Sorry.
What would you say you've learned about yourself while filming Pride Jewel?
So many things, but I'm gonna change the question. I learned more about how a set runs. How the camera and the angles get set up for the next shot. The time in between, to kind of get into your character, and from the director saying cut, to him saying action. Everything. How just sorry, I thought someone was knocking on my door. I'll just finish on that. How a set is ran. That's something that was big for me. I was really nervous. I didn't really know how one ran, and to be on a little independent one like this really put everything in perspective for me.
I also learned that if you give a bottle of beer to Sebastian, he'll finish it even though he's underage.
It is what it is, my friend.
Light beer. Extra light.
Yeah.
Art,
flashback to the second day of shooting when he kept drinking the propped one.
I was like, wait, how is mine still full and yours is like halfway done, bro? What the hell?
Well, in one of the takes, I hit my bottle too hard on one of your guys', and it just started foaming up. And then they taught us the earwax trick, and my mind was blown.
That's another thing I learned. That was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Shout out to Max Panther for that trick.
Max Panther.
Yep. Gaffer of this flick.
Yeah. Art, what about you? What did you learn about yourself?
I learned about myself how to be very disciplined and I guess a lot more cleanly than I typically am. And again, most of the stuff that I learned are things that I correlate to. They involve you because we spent so much time together. I thought I was a clean person. Okay. Sarkis is like the king of clean.
No.
First day of filming, I didn't have enough time to finish my lunch. So I took it with me. And just a little bit, I mean, like a tad bit spilled in his carpet. That was it. He's like, bro, what time is AutoZone opening up? I got to clean. I'm like, Sarkis, we're tired. It's been a long day. Just forget about it. We'll clean it in the morning. He's like, no, you don't understand. So he took like 20 minutes just cleaning the carpet, making sure it's dry. And I wake up the next morning and it's probably like 9 a.m. He tells me he went to AutoZone, which was just a block away from our house. At 7 a.m., he got this special shampoo. He dried everything out. And sure enough, I see outside the carpet is like laying on the ground, just air drying, and he's like, "It's okay, bro. I took care of everything. It's all good." But I learned how to really clean up after myself. I learned that I actually can handle being alone and independent much better than I thought I would. That was something that I was actually nervous about. You know, I've never really spent time away from home for work purposes. It's only just been like trips and traveling. So that was a very eye-opening experience, and I don't think it could have been any more better than it was. I mean, it was the best.
Much love, brother.
Likewise. and not to mention, another thing I learned that I'm very unfit again compared to Sarkis, because he would wake up at like
just that scene where we had to go up the stairs, man. Me and Art, we lost our breaths.
Yeah, and my character smokes in the film, but my real character in real life, I smoke in real life, and I was like, oh man, I'm winded out right now. Like, this is not cool, and it was hot. Imagine if we were filming in this heat.
Oh jeez.
Dead.
That would be horrible.
We got lucky
those
in
suits.
so many ways.
Yeah,
we did
for sure. Yeah, being in the suits in that heat. Oh Jesus Christ.
Jeez, man.
Art,
actually, Art didn't Art have a heat stroke or some? Or
no.
Not a heat, or some. Or
I had to take numerous breaks for that. That's all. It was getting really hot.
Take your sodium bicarbonate.
That helped you out. When you had your little spasm.
Dude.
When George cramped up.
Yeah. Russian cramp.
Art, I have an interesting question for you, because during this whole time filming, you were also studying law at the Airbnb when you weren't shooting. So when playing a character from the perspective of a criminal, does it help prepare for certain cases when studying law?
Yeah, I think it does, because you really get to immerse yourself in the character's mental state of mind, and you kind of get to really look at it from that person's point of view, or from that person's shoes. And I mean, when we study the law, we don't just, you don't just specialize in studying criminal law. And if you study criminal law, that means you're all prosecution and nothing for defense. You have to look at things from a neutral angle. So it was really interesting, because there's a lot of things that I do that go against what my character does. Not just the law, but also, I'm sure you'll probably touch upon later, is my area of practice in regards to jewelry. So yes, in view of studying the law, I mean, I was there, advocating for the United States of America for this case that we had. And I think one of the days, some of the guys caught a picture of me in a suit with my jump shorts on in the background, being prosecution. But then a few hours later, here I am playing Alex. So it was interesting in the sense that I got to be on two different sides of the spectrum during filming. But, I was thinking, hey, Alex, he's not that bad of a guy. Like, if he ever has to go to prison for something, like, I could defend Alex in the criminal court. But yeah, it was very interesting. It was very, very conflicting, but fun at the same time.
That's cool. I had to ask that because I'm sure, like, both
Good
ends
question,
of the
by the way, Sarkis.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, both ends of the spectrum. I was very curious, like, how did you go into that role while you're also doing that? Because it's
definitely changing hats a lot. I was always worried that I'm gonna remember a line from my class for the movie and say those lines instead, which would have been just terrible. But that never happened, so we're good.
Yeah. And final big question for everybody, starting with Sebastian. What are some of your favorite memories, if not, if there's not a single one, maybe a few, from being on the set of Pride Jewel?
I'll say going to set in that on that, what was it, $5 million home with, the most amazing view. I've never been to a house that expensive, let alone with that kind of view, So it was that really made a mark on me, seeing how beautiful life could be, and how a view like that can be appreciated by so many people. Everybody was out there taking pictures, taking videos, and it was really nice to be there and share that experience with everybody else.
Nice. Brian, what about you? What are some of your favorite memories from being on set?
Yeah, there's just a lot of them. I just feel like the whole experience was like pretty amazing, and I don't know, just the energy there that I think a lot of people agree that we have something special on our hands, and that it could do some things compared to other independent films on the same wavelength. I think that's pretty cool, and yeah, I mean, just a lot of like good fun times with you guys. Obviously the Bliat thing was great. I already talked about that. For all the Russians that can hear this, I apologize. But yeah, or anyone that speaks Russian. I think being at that house, that mansion, not the house was great. That was also awesome. But I think the mansion for me, just because those were some of my bigger scenes, and then also it was just beautiful when we were there. It was just really calming, even when I was like not shooting, and like there was a freaking horse there, and like just all this magical stuff. And,
Malibu.
Like, yeah.
Oh, the horse's name?
was-
Malibu. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a stripper or something. But anyway, so
Malibu knew how to dance.
sorry. So yeah, and what was I gonna say? Yeah, I was supposed to get married this year, and it actually at the same company that owns or does weddings at that place, and it felt like I was able to celebrate it regardless. I mean, that sounds kind of weird, but just being there in that like atmosphere, it was kind of surreal. We are eloping anyway in like a month or two, and then we're supposed to have our big wedding next year. But it was just all these different things that for me were pretty special, and only I would notice them, obviously. But then there were things that were special between all of us that I'm sure we will all remember. But having my big scene in there and like seeing the reaction from the crew was pretty cool. But yeah, it was just all really good, and just the fact that we got through and safely and effectively, and we got great footage that I think is just going to get even better, and a good story, and everything is just I think it's amazing. So there it is.
Coolio. Thank you, Brian. And I feel the same. Like, spending the time with you guys was one of my favorite memories, because like when you're not in good company, you can't have a good collaboration, and when you are in good company, you can definitely vibe off of each other, definitely make a better film that way. So I'm glad I met you guys, and I'm glad I worked with y'all.
I'm grateful too, man. You guys are all very nice. I was coming on on board to this, not expecting anything. This is my first feature, but I got to say, you guys were all really wonderful. You guys were all gents, and you guys are gonna be lifelong buddies now.
Hell yeah, you know it. Yeah.
That's right.
Art, what about you? Favorite memories?
Favorite memories on set or just on and off set?
You can do on and off too, like while the shooting was happening, I guess you can say.
Okay, well, it was definitely my first time in San Francisco, and that was a memory of itself, because now I can say the first time I went to San Francisco was to film a feature. Specifically relating to on-set, I think this movie would not have been possible without the cast and crew that we had. And some of my best memories go back to remembering the first days that I met everyone. So like my first encounter with Brian, my first encounter with Sebastian, getting to work with Doug and Megan and Armin, like everybody. And can't forget our amazing guys that did the grips, the lighting. So you got Max and you got John Boo, I think shout out to all of them for doing such amazing work.
Shout out the crew, for real, man. You guys were all great. Very amazing.
But the best memories, Like, there was a few nights where, you know, we were all working really long and late, and I would be the guy, like, to steal. Oh, here's the best memory. I stole Doug's car to go to a 7-Eleven that was open at, like, midnight so I could get beer for everybody and come back. But the problem was Doug's car was parked in such a nasty spot where I had to literally drive over somebody else's yard to get the car out in pitch black darkness. And yeah, I busted a little mission that night. It was a long night, but it was well worth it. And that was that was the best memory that I have, aside from all the other exciting stuff. And can't forget to mention Brian's leg cramping and me coming to his aid with my sodium bicarbonate.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. All right, I'm gonna do some rapid fire questions. So everybody unmute yourselves. I'm just gonna go like in order. Well, I'm gonna go random actually. But answer first thing that comes to your mind. Just answer quickly. All right. So let's start. Brian, red, blue, or orange?
Blue.
Sebastian, cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Art, favorite ice cream?
Cookies and cream.
Nice. Sebastian, Christmas or Easter?
Christmas.
Brian, Game of Thrones or Harry Potter?
Cookies and cream. Oh, Harry Potter.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm one of those.
Cool. Art, apricots or pomegranates?
Pomegranates.
Sebastian, rain or snow?
Rain.
All right. Brian, cup noodles or chicken nuggets?
Damn, dude, you gotta do that to me, cup of noodle.
What about for you, Art, lahmacun or börek?
Lahmacun.
Lahmacun. That's an Armenian food question, but good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Now let's transfer over to our little game show that I have planned for us. Stay unmuted. I'm gonna share my screen.
I got a question for you.
Sure.
Podolnik or bliat?
What was it?
Podolnik or bliat?
Bliat. Of course, bliat.
Oh, I got one for you. I got one for you too, Sarkis.
Okay, go.
Panda Express or Hawaiian barbecue?
Hawaiian barbecue, bro. That was bomb. I'd get that like
Hawaiian
3 days a
barbecue is
week.
Hey, I like how you put our character's name.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. Oh, you could put your character's name. Yeah, that's fine. OORFO. And I'm gonna put. Why not? My name is Andre. Oh crap! Wrong name.
Andre.
Andre.
Andre. That's who I am.
I'll stick with that. Okay, who's the first person that joined? You can click everybody's in. All right.
Wait, what are we doing?
It'll explain.
Trivia murder party. Ooh.
My favorite. Hell yeah, this is tight.
Yeah, this is awesome, Sarkis.
Are you recording this?
Yes, I am.
Better. Andre.
I couldn't delete it. It sucks, but it's okay.
Come on, wake up. Wake up. Welcome to Trivia Night, a dark, dark reckoning. But it's also just a happy-go-lucky expression of all the things I love. Trivia, pop culture, fun, people laughing together, and also me murdering you. It's great. I'm going to ask you a bunch of trivia questions. If you get a question wrong, you have to fight for your life in one of my super fun mini-games. If you do badly in the mini-game, I'll kill you. But don't worry, ghosts can still win the game. When one player is left alive, we'll go to the final round where the living and dead compete to see who can escape first. And you can always jump in the audience for a chance to be killed by me. How fun! Listen to me blabber on. Let's just get into the game. You'll figure it out as we go.
You sure?
All right, here we
Okay,
go.
now, first question.
Where are we
Which
clicking?
Girl Scout cookie
On
is
the
covered
phone.
in chocolate?
Wait.
Use your device to answer the question.
Crap, I don't know this one.
I don't think that's right.
Uh-oh.
And the correct
I
answer
should
is...
know this.
Who got the question right?
Ah!
Yeah! Me and George got it.
I thought it was
wanna show
Thin
you
Mints.
something.
That's one of them.
Welcome to the killing floor.
Uh-oh.
Let's play the finger cutting game.
Uh-oh.
This one's a little ooky. Just choose one of your fingers to cut off. Easy, right? All you have to do is endure blinding pain. All right,
don't know
let's
about
lose a
this
finger. We do have fun here.
Uh-oh. So now you can't pick your first choice, whoever picked index, and you can't
Here's
pick
how
your last
everyone's
choice,
doing so
whoever
far.
picked
But
pinky.
also know that who you are as a person is just as important.
Thanks,
How about this?
bro.
Here's a fitting question for people stuck in a basement. When did the first John Madden Football game come out?
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Gosh.
I think I know this. I know this one.
I already got it.
I think I got it.
Who said this?
No!
Booyah, Sarkis!
No!
The rest of you, let's play a game.
No!
Oh no!
I thought I got it.
Welcome
Damn
back
it.
to the
Another one
killing
of my
floor.
fingers?
No, this is a different game.
It's
Okay.
drawing time.
Uh-oh.
Your life depends on your doodle. Celebration.
Oh crap. Okay.
Draw this thing the best you can and press send when you're finished. Now everyone
Wait till you
gets to
see
vote.
mine.
I want you to pick the worst drawing.
Yeah.
You guys have
It
to
takes
vote.
just a little effort on your part, but it can really ruin another person's day. And isn't that what it's all about?
It's true.
Who's gonna?
Pick the drawing that makes you go,
I don't know.
No. The votes are in.
Oh crap. Oh what the hell?
So anticlimactic.
Whoever voted
Except for
me,
this.
thank you.
Oh. Oh. We both
Yep,
died.
you're a ghost now. But don't worry, ghosts love trivia party games, so you're still in this. You haven't lost or anything. Death is not the end.
Yeah. So we keep going. It's
Ah,
not
the
end.
scoreboard
Cool.
returns. This thing practically pays for itself. Let's try another one.
Okay.
Alright.
What Bravo reality show features Jax, Scheana, and Ariana?
How do I know this? Man, I don't know if I'm proud or
I already
ashamed.
know. I already know. Let's go.
Who picked
I've.
this one?
Yep.
One of you is still alive. I have a surprise for you.
Thanks, Heather.
I like to give all my victims at least the illusion they could escape.
Oh crap.
Nobody keeps the loser wheel waiting. Nobody. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows.
Oh.
Better luck next life.
Damn. Dang, Ryan's
Whittled
in the
down to
lead.
one already? Crap. This was faster than I expected. Okay, don't freak out. You can do this. You just have to stall a bit. Alright then. If you can somehow survive these next two questions, I'll give you a chance to
pressure,
escape
George.
during the final round.
I better actually win that money.
Here's another one. Which Real Housewives series is the original?
Oh, what the hell?
Damn, they're doing all of the
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
all the stuff
That's
that
my
I
mom.
don't
I
want
think
to
she
watch.
I don't know if I forgot it, but whatever.
Who said this one?
Yes!
Let's
We
go.
all got it.
Oh, we all did it.
Oh
Next
man,
question.
are we proud of this?
Who was the father of Transcendentalism?
Oh, crap.
Oh god. I don't know this.
I think I might have finally missed one. This is definitely more important than reality shows.
Yeah.
Cards ready
Oh,
now.
well.
And the correct answer is this.
No!
Oh,
Wow.
wow!
I was
Wait.
kidding.
Ryan is on a roll, man.
Well, look who's still
Damn,
alive.
all my
Now you
useless
just have to
knowledge.
escape with your body. I'm going to give you a category. Months with 31 days. Tap on each answer that fits,
Wait.
then press
Oh,
submit.
okay. I was like, what? August test?
No looking.
Anytime today, kiddo.
It's
Let's see the right
yeah, he's looking it up.
answers.
You might be cheating.
No, I didn't look it up.
Forward one space for every correct answer. You're getting real close to the exit. Oh, did I mention that all the other ghosts get to play too? If a ghost catches up to you, then they will steal your body. Then they can escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And ghosts get a third choice to help them catch up to you.
Oh.
I don't understand this.
So you choose,
Yeah, I don't get it either.
choose whichever ones you think belong in the category.
Time is almost up.
Oh God, I don't know.
Oh, sick.
I'm
You're
dead.
getting away. Come on. The Babysitter's Club novels.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
I don't know this either.
Decisions. Can you stay out of the shadows? Sriracha ingredients.
Oh. What the hell, milk?
I should know this. I like sriracha.
Oh no!
Yep.
What?
Ghosts are getting close.
I'm slipping! No!
Tiles worth 4 points or more.
Oh, it's gotta be this.
Wait, what? I don't understand this.
Scrabble tile. It's a board game. Like, which one of these letters is?
I think I'm wrong.
Stop.
I think N is.
Yes!
Oh, no!
Oh, we catching up.
Andre is catching up.
Transformers.
Oh, what?
Great.
What the hell? What the hell?
Band with 3 members.
Band with 3 members. Oh, I don't know this either. What the hell? That's a trick question.
Anytime
I think I
today,
got this
kiddo.
wrong.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Damn!
No, Eddie.
Game left behind, boys.
So
This is the only
guys should
question I actually
accelerate.
knew.
time is almost up.
Ah, damn it!
Oh, damn.
Oh, this is so close. A real photo finish.
Come on, Andre.
Laxative.
Shut up!
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
I don't like that at all.
Sorry. Playing a
Now
game.
you're alive. What a crazy game, am I right? Star Wars planets and moons.
Oh, come on. You gotta get this.
I have no idea.
Are you sure?
Freaking Brian, man. Good stuff.
Brian knows his
Oh, take a picture of that.
I got a video.
George lives.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode. I want to thank you so much for watching and or listening. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and subscribe. We would really appreciate it. And my name is Sarkis Bakalyan, and I'm your host for the Armenians Podcast. And until next time, hit it, guys!
And this
And
has
this
been
This has been the
Armenians Podcast.
Podcast.
Let's try one more time, okay? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
And this has been
been
the Armenians
Armenians Podcast.
Podcast.
I'll take it. That's good. On the last podcast, we asked you what is Armenia's favorite active sport, and we gave you the choices A, soccer, B, wrestling, C, weightlifting, D, boxing, or E, none of the above. The correct answer is A, soccer. However, Armenia is known for sending athletes to the Olympics in sports like wrestling, weightlifting, and boxing. For the next podcast, we're asking a true or false question. The fortress of Erebuni, known as Yerevan today, was built in 753 BC, 29 years after the building began in Rome. True or false? We'll answer it on the next podcast. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at 4D_legacy. And if you want to follow the movie Instagram, you could do that at pride_jewel. You could also contact us via email, info@4dlegacycontent.com. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the show. And if you would like, go ahead and become a sponsor. The link is in the description. Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate it.